This is what drives the narcissist to destroy the only one who truly loved them. Hey everyone, I want to say something that might be hard to hear, but necessary. I don't think some of you fully realize what it actually meant, what it really meant for you to be in that mental and emotional state when you were with the narcissist. Not all of you, but some. And that's completely understandable. You were all in. You gave your heart. You were devoted, loving, empathetic, genuinely good to them. And no, I'm not saying you were perfect, but your love came from a deeply authentic place inside you. You weren't pretending. You weren't loving them out of obligation. You meant it. And that, right there, that pure love, that care, that honesty, is something incredibly powerful. They didn't just lose someone who loved them. They destroyed the one person who could have loved them with a kind of depth they will never find again. You spoke the truth to them, not to hurt, but because you cared. And instead of seeing it as love, they took it as criticism. It triggered them. It hit their wounds. It made them feel inadequate. But that doesn't change the fact that what you offered was real. That energy you carried, that authenticity, that is what made you such a powerful source of supply. Not just any supply, the supply. You were tapped into a frequency that narcissists can't create on their own. They need it from someone else. And you had it. That vibration you carried as an empath, as a soul filled with light, as someone genuine. That was the fuel they were addicted to. And you see, even if sometimes your words stung, they came from love. If they had the capacity to reflect with clarity, they'd see it. This person was trying to help me grow. They were telling me the truth because they cared. Now the relationship is over, and I need you to really hear this. They know. They are aware of what they lost. They may pretend they've moved on. They may act like they don't care. But deep down, they know. They are fully conscious of what they did and the consequences of it. And they feel it every time they realize they'll never receive that kind of love again. They know you've awakened. They know you're no longer that person who will pour yourself into someone who can't receive it. And that truth, that awakening, it haunts them. This isn't just about romantic relationships, by the way. It could be friendships, family, anything. The dynamic is the same. When someone as real as you pulls away, the emptiness that remains is deafening. So, please, keep going. Keep healing. And if this helped you, share it. Someone else might need to hear it. Even your comments might change someone's life, even if they never respond. That's the power of realness, of authenticity. And that's you. Look, I'm not saying you worship them. Far from it. Many of you have your own belief systems. You pray to God. You meditate. You're spiritual in your own way. But when you were with a narcissist, you were truly devoted. And I mean genuine devotion, heartfelt, loyal, all in. That's what they experienced from you. And now, that version of you no longer exists, at least not for them. They know they've lost you, even if they discarded you, even if they were the one who walked away. Deep down, they're still trying to wrap their heads around it. Because it's not just that you're gone physically. It's that the version of you they had, the version who loved fully, gave endlessly, and stayed devoted through everything. That version, it's never coming back. Not for them. Not for anyone. And here's the twisted part. They might actually try to comfort themselves with the idea that you won't find anything like what you had with them again. That maybe you'll never love that way again. And in a strange way, they take that as a win. But let's be honest, you don't want to experience something like that again. Why would you? Why would you want to repeat something built on illusions, on mirroring, on manipulation? It wasn't real, not from their side. And that's why I say this with confidence. I don't believe you'll ever be that same person again. Not in the same way. Yes, maybe in a new relationship, you'll slip into old habits, giving too much, loving too hard. But now, you're more aware. And the moment something feels off, you'll wake up. You'll see it. You won't stay asleep in it for long. Now, the narcissist might look back and feel lucky they had access to you when they did. They might view it as a privilege. But here's the thing. You get to decide where your energy goes now. You get to become someone so selective, so careful about who you let into your world. That's not paranoia, it's wisdom. Some might call it fear or overprotection. But honestly, after what you've been through, it's justified. Call it awareness, call it self-preservation. Whatever it is, you've earned it. And that's why I encourage you to take this time, this season of isolation, and use it. Focus on your growth. Think about the life you want to create. Set goals. Heal. Rebuild. And if, someday, God or the universe brings someone into your life who deserves you, great. But if that doesn't happen right away, or ever, that's okay too. Because the peace you build on your own is far more valuable than the chaos you had with them. Oh, and before I forget, I need to make a video soon about why so many of you keep attracting narcissists. It just came to me, and I don't want to let that idea slip. But I'll save that for another time. For now, just know this. They know. They are aware of exactly what they lost. They won't admit it to you. They may never say a word, but they know that the love, the care, the realness you brought into their lives is something they will never find again. Not from you. Not from anyone. Okay, let's talk about the Hoover. Because I think some people still expect it to look like some big apology. Like, I'm so sorry for everything I did. I've changed. Please take me back. And sure, a few of you might get something that sounds like that. But let's be real, it's usually not. What they're actually doing is reaching out from a place of awareness. Not because they've changed, but because deep down, they know they've lost access to a version of you they'll never get back. And that's why I keep saying, upgrade. Level up. Become so selective, so intentional about who you give your energy to, that they can never get near that version of you again. Not them, not anyone like them. Because here's the truth. They know. They know they had you in a raw, unfiltered, loving, loyal version of yourself. And now it's gone. That chapter is closed. But you're still becoming. Whether you're grinding on your business, saving for your own place, supporting your family, or even if right now you're just figuring things out. No job, no direction yet, just sitting with this video, you're still becoming. And that's the point. Progress is powerful. Not perfection, progress. It's about the journey, not the destination. So even if today feels still or uncertain, you're in your character development season. And don't underestimate that. Everyone hits those moments where nothing seems to be happening on the outside. But inside, everything's shifting. That's why time alone is vital. Not forever, but for a while. Give yourself space to reset, to heal, to learn who you are outside of that chaos. If you've been discarded, ghosted, or broken by someone you cut off, take that pain and pour it into becoming. Set some goals, even if they're small. They don't have to be rigid or perfect. Just start pointing yourself in a direction, even if it's wobbly. That forward motion matters. Because here's the thing, the narcissist is watching. They're keeping tabs. Whether they admit it or not, they measure their own significance by yours. When you're stuck, they feel superior. But when you rise, when you grow, evolve, shift into someone stronger, wiser, more grounded, they feel it. They know they've lost. And not just lost you, but lost access to someone they will never deserve again. And I want all of you to get to that place, to the point where you're completely out of their league. Not just financially or professionally, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Where your peace, your boundaries, your awareness, your joy, it's all so high vibrational that they couldn't even reach you if they tried. Yes, you'll face setbacks. Yes, isolation can hurt. I've been there, broke, alone, lost. But I got through it. And so will you. The breakthrough comes after the breakdown. And one day, you'll look back and thank those hard seasons for shaping you into who you are now. You'll understand why they had to leave. So yeah, keep an eye out. I'm putting together a video soon on why we keep attracting narcissists. It's something we all need to dig into. Thanks for being here today. I appreciate your presence and support more than you know. I'll see you in the next one.